Hi! Today I'm doing a review on the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series by Rick Riordan. This series has 5 books in all, and that's it. He's not writing any more books specifically from this character's point of view. But I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed these. I thought they were really good. The writing style is so simple, but there's brilliant descriptions, and you can really imagine every description Rick Riordan writes, especially his, like, there's really unusual creatures and monsters in this, so it's great that you can actually imagine what they look like. It's about Percy Jackson, and he discovers, he's a 12-year-old boy, and he discovers that he's a demigod, so his father is a god, Poseidon, and his mother is human, so he's kind of half god, half human, and he's brought to this camp called Camp Half-Blood for all other demigods. And I think that story is really fun and interesting, and the whole demigod thing, it's kind of educational as well, because I feel a lot more knowledgeable about Greek mythology now. So even though the story, like the inspiration isn't original, what Rick Riordan does with it is really fresh and new. And a lot of people compare it to the Harry Potter series, and I can see why at the beginning, because it's a 12-year-old boy, and he discovers he's different and he has powers, and then he's brought to this new world, like a camp or a school, and there's a trio of friends, 2 boys and a girl. But the similarities kind of end there, because like, I think this is a lot more fast-paced than Harry Potter. Like, in Harry Potter, the battles mostly come at the end, but in this there's constant action and never-ending battles and monsters to fight. And also Percy himself as a character, he's much more willing to become a leader. He wants to be a leader, and Harry, I think, doesn't want to be the leader, so that's kind of a difference. But I do think this series can appeal to all ages, similar to the Harry Potter series. So it has plenty of excitement, but also a lot of heart, and even though it's aimed at kids, the books, they aren't afraid to kind of kill off or kind of become scary, because there are like major kind of scenes and creatures in these books. It also has a great humour and wit, I think. I think my favourite example is when Percy was describing his friend's ability, this satyr, and his ability to play this kind of flute. And the only 2 pieces he could play was Mozart's Piano Symphony No. 12 and Hilary Duff's So Yesterday. And I just thought that was kind of a random funny thing Rick threw in there. So there are kind of humorous moments too, and there's great interactions between all the characters, and the chapters are great and nothing gets repetitive. Like, in each book there's a new mystery and story, and there's new characters in each book as other ones kind of leave. So it's always new and exciting, and I think the final book is my favourite, just because every character from all the other 4 books come together in this kind of big group of kind of good guys battling the bad guys, because there's this major battle at the end. I think that's the one I can imagine in my head as being the best movie, because I love that sense of camaraderie and teamwork in kind of books and movies, and this last book definitely has it. Speaking of movies, they did make a movie version of the first book, and I saw the movie first, so when I went to read the books I was shocked because it's so different. Like, in the movie, Percy is like 17, and in the first book he's 12, so that was like a big difference. And of course the plot is different, and like some of the characters, and I don't know if they'll make another movie, to be honest. I don't think it did that well. But so if you're thinking about the movie, don't. The books are different, and I think a lot better. So overall, I think the series is brilliant. It has a bit of everything, really. And as I said, it is kind of aimed at kids, I suppose, so don't let that put you off, because I think it's suitable for all ages, and it's just generally enjoyable. So that's basically my spoiler-free review, and I really think you should check the books out. But now I want to move on to a more spoiler-filled review, just with a couple of spoilers and details, so if you don't want to know any of them, I suggest you switch off now. Okay, just a note, I think Annabeth and Percy's relationship was really kind of sweet and enjoyable to read about. I loved reading their scenes. I didn't think they took a bit too long to get together, but they got together in the 5th book, and it was really nice. And I do think Rachel was a kind of annoying and unnecessary character. She's probably the one character I was like, I just don't want her to be there. But I think all the other characters were really kind of fun and interesting. I have read The Lost Hero, which is kind of the first book of the spin-off series by Rick Riordan. So a lot of the characters from this series are in it. And I was delighted when I found out he was doing this, because the minute I finished this series I was so sad. I really wanted to read more of these characters. So when I found out he was doing a spin-off, like, I don't really like spin-offs, but when I heard other characters from this series were going to be in it, I was happy enough. So I read it, and Annabeth was in it, and loads of other ones. But of course there's 3 new main characters, and I just think the big twist that happens in the very end when we find out where Percy is and what this new main character, what his problem is, I thought it was brilliant. I think you should really read it just to see like the big twist at the end, because the writer does a brilliant job, and I can't wait to read the next one actually in that series. So check that out too. And I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you have any comments, please let me know, or if you have any recommendations of other series I should read, let me know. And tune in next time.